course, we all know what insider trading is. The most common definition is when an insider of a company, like a director or the CEO or other executive officers, trade on material information that is not public. So, material non-public information. Um, and Matt says this as well. He says, one misconception that people have about insider trading is that to be guilty of insider trading, you need to have insider information about the company. So apparently that is not true. Insider trading is more or less a crime of trading on misappropriated information. So if you know something that's material to the stock that the public does not know about, then that is insider trading. So that's actually really interesting. This means you actually don't even have to be an insider uh, to be, let's see, convicted of insider trading. Um, so, for example, if a newspaper publishes a stock picking column and you get the column before it's published and buy the stocks it recommends, that is famously insider trading. And this was yeah, this guy published a Wall Street Journal column um, and was convicted of insider trading and mail fraud. Yeah, RAP. Um, yeah, so it's insider trading even if you are the columnist. So it's not that you knew insider information about the company. It's that you had information that, one, you weren't supposed to have, or at least that you weren't supposed to trade on, and two, that moved the stock price. So what's really interesting is something very similar happened. Um, and the SEC recently, I guess, indicted someone on charges of insider trading for basically fronting stock recommendations from the Motley Fool. But let's read. So, if you hack into the computer systems of the Motley Fool and buy the stocks it is recommending in its advisory services, you may not think that's insider trading, but the Justice Department and the SEC will. So, so here was a press release. Actually, this is the official complaint, and I read through it. It's really interesting. But this is the complaint. It's from the Department of Justice. So someone named David Stone electronically accessed an investment advice services. This is the Motley Fool's unannounced stock picks and used that information to generate millions in trading profits and to provide insider tips to another person. So, so as alleged, David Stone used his computer skills to extract pre-publication stock picks from the Motley Fool, and the reason this was valuable is because the Motley Fool announces stock picks in its services once every week or two, and I'm a subscriber, and I will show a screenshot in a little later. But now they announce it once a week, and in the past, their performance has been very good. Of course, since like February of 2021, anything growth or tech has been slaughtered in the market. So perhaps people are not listening as closely as they used to before. But I could definitely attest to the fact that in the past, when Motley Fool has recommended stocks, the day of, that stock would be up, sometimes by considerable amounts, like 3, 4, 5, 6, even 10%, depending on the float of the stock and how novel the recommendation was. So if they recommended Amazon, that probably didn't affect the stock itself. But if they recommended Lemonade or Appian, which are two relatively small companies, like small caps, and that they recommended multiple times, those stocks have definitely jumped 5 to 15%. I just anecdotally speaking. So let's see. So okay. Yeah. So from 2020 up to his arrest in 2022, David Stone exploited market-moving stock recommendations made by the Motley Fool. So there are actually two recommendations, two services, and actually this is a good press release, but this is more interesting, the actual indictment. So let's see. Yep. So David Stone. So this is written by like some FBI agent. Flynn. Of course, his name is Flynn McMadden. Deposes and says that he is a special agent with the FBI and charges as follows. So here's the first is securities fraud. Let's see. Here. Misappropriated pre-publication stock recommendations of investment recommendation services and converted that information to his own use by trading on it and distributing it to others. So I guess this is written in first tense, which is first person, which is really pretty interesting. So I'm a special agent with the FBI and have been there since 2020. I'm currently assigned to a squad in the FBI's New York field office that investigates complex financial crimes, including crimes involving securities fraud through insider trading and wire fraud. Okay, let's see. So here's the background. So Motley Fool offers, they call it Advisor 1, and Advisor 1 is a service called Rule Breakers. I'm pretty sure Advisor 2 is the flagship stock advisor service. These are, well, actually both of them are pretty flagship, but Motley Fool does have some more expensive services. Service 1 and 2, I think I paid, it's basically like $100 a year. The other services can be like $1,000 or a couple thousand. So based on my review of emails sent from Advisor 1 to subscribers of Service 1 and Service 2, let me clarify. Advisor 1 is the Motley Fool. Service 1 and Service 2 are Rule Breakers and Stock Advisor. As well as conversations with the representative of Advisor 1, I've learned in part that the following. Through its premium services, the Motley Fool makes stock recommendations that are available only to subscribers of those services. So, for Service 1, employees of Advisor 1 typically announce those stock recommendations by newsletter or during online live stream events on particular Thursdays at approximately 1 p.m. Eastern. Approximately 1 hour before, there's like a link is sent out to view the presentation live. Let's see. So, for example, on August 26, 2021, Rule Breakers recommended CrowdStrike Holdings, which trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker CRWD. And indeed, on August 26, this is a screenshot from all of the recommendations from last year, and I subscribed to both services. RB is Rule Breakers, SA Stock Advisor, and here's the recommendation for Stock Advisor. So this is indeed the Motley Fool, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, yeah, David Stone had unauthorized access because he hacked into, because he's a IT professional, and he provides IT support for small businesses via remote access. So I won't read the rest of this because I already did earlier, but it's really interesting. But in the end, it seems like he was indicted. There was one person, it was his friend, that he was also telling about the services, and they would basically front the buys before the stocks popped. Let's see. So so Matt Levin doesn't know Advisor 1 is the Motley Fool, but he will say that the limit case here is if you hack into a pure pump and dump email list, someone who pumps stocks to a subscriber list on no information or analysis at all, but just to run a scam, and you buy the stocks he's going to pump before he pumps them, and I think that's probably also insider trading. The point of the misappropriation The point is, insider trading is based on misappropriation and materiality, not the quality of the information. And to cap it off, Stone made approximately $3 million in gross gains. So I guess this is before taxes and I guess trading commissions. Although there's probably not that much commissions if he's using a commission-free broker. And I guess this was from 2020, 2022. So most brokers had already eliminated commissions by then. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? But we'll leave it at that. This was the complaint, but I'll be sure to link these in the description.